Hey, what's up, y'all? And well, week 0 of the 2024 college football season uh is in the books. And I mean, we actually got a good week 0 this week. There were good games all day, and they were all well mostly close games. I think we did end up having 2 blowouts. But yeah, we did end up, getting 5, really good, competitive football games that came down to the wire. So, of course, there are a lot of, lower division teams that, no one really cares about, a lot of FCS teams. But I mean, college football is college football, right? And we were just, happy to be watching something. So anyway, of course, we got to start with the Georgia Tech and Florida State game. Now, of course, I already laughed at the criminals yesterday, so I'm not really going to tear into y'all again. But yeah. So yeah, I knew that the Florida State was overrated. Yeah, I thought that them being in the top 10 was an absolute joke. And yeah, I was right. I don't know what these AP voters were thinking. I mean, I had Florida State going 8-4, so, and it looks like 7-5 now. But yeah, this is bad. I mean, yeah, it seems like Florida State just can't win against the state of Georgia. And I mean, y'all have been outscored. Was it 87 to 24 in your last 2 games against Georgia and Georgia Tech? Yep, that was the first time that y'all scored a touchdown in a football game since the first week of December last year. So yeah, almost 9 months ago. So yeah, I mean, you get left out. You get absolutely obliterated by Georgia. Now you go over to Ireland. I mean, your fans spent all this money to come to Dublin to watch y'all lose. So now Florida State man's internet has been disconnected. So and I mean DJ Uiagalelei, I mean, he's just not any good. I mean, he completed about like half of his passes. Seems like, yeah, he made some good throws, and then he also had a lot of throws that were just way overthrown. Not even close to hitting a receiver. So, but I mean, in the other second half, he did have a few good throws, and they threw like 14 passes in like the first half, but most of them were either at or behind the line of scrimmage. So, yeah, he's just not any good. I mean, we knew this already, so we tried to warn y'all. Yeah, y'all might go 7-5 this year. I thought y'all were supposed to win the ACC. Anyway, but now over on, Georgia Tech side, I mean, yes, this is a big win. And then Aiden Barr, yeah, he did miss a field goal earlier, but he came back and he made the game winner. So, and then Justice Haynes, Haynes King and Jamal Haynes get running the ball. Ran for like 190 yards, had like 5 yards a carry. So, I mean, just running it down Florida State's throat. I mean, I mean, Florida State. I mean, your defense. I mean, what was just horrible in this game. Anyway, but yeah, shout out to Georgia Tech. Yep, y'all are doing way better than y'all were this time. 2 years ago, this time, y'all were just absolutely horrible when y'all have Jeff Collins. I mean, now, yeah, Brent Key is doing great things at Georgia Tech. He definitely has y'all going in the right direction. That this is just a totally different Tech team than what we've seen under Jeff Collins. So, and and I mean, I had y'all going 7-5 originally, but after this win, I mean, y'all could go 8-4, so maybe even 9-3. So, I mean, but I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, we did see a lot of inconsistency out of you guys last year, so hopefully y'all can keep it going. But anyway, so now some other games. So now the first game, college football game played on U.S. soil, yes, was between McNeese State and Tarleton State. So, and I mean, yes, Tarleton did jump out to a big lead at halftime. McNeese came back in the second half and almost won the game. I mean, the final score ended up being 26 to 23. It was 26-7 at halftime. Anyway, but I mean, McNeese was really the better team, but y'all had four turnovers, and it's just hard to win like that, even though you outgained Tarleton by 100 yards, and you still lost because of the turnovers. And so, I mean, you had a chance at the end to win it. I mean, yeah, the ending was wild. I mean, just terrible clock management at the end of the game. I mean, you're down 26-23. And then the quarterback, McDowell, gets sacked with like 30 seconds remaining. I mean, you have 2 timeouts, and you don't call one. I mean, you just let 20 seconds tick off the clock, and then only to end up getting a false start with 10 seconds left. You have to call timeout to prevent the 10-second runoff. And then you've got time to run another play. But what do? Yeah, you just send out your field goal unit, and then your kicker misses the field goal, and that's ball game. I mean, why didn't you call why didn't you use a timeout? That was so stupid, by that coach. Not calling a timeout. How do you not? You got 2 timeouts. How do you not use one of them in that situation? Just let 20 seconds tick off the clock. Anyway, so now the next game, how about Montana State and New Mexico? And yes, Montana State did end up beating New Mexico 35-31. And New Mexico is terrible. They were like 3-9 last year. So this really isn't a surprise. It's not like New Mexico went 8-4 last year. I mean they went like 3-9. So anyway, yeah, I thought that New Mexico was gonna win. Y'all were up 17-0, and then you were up 31-14, and you blew it. So yes, a shout out to Montana State being able to make that comeback win. You never gave up. Even after allowing 2 defensive touchdowns, yes, both fumbles taken back for a touchdown. The quarterback was named Devin Dampier, with like the best play fake that I've ever seen, where faked the handoff, but he like turned around. He had like his back turned when he faked the handoff, so you couldn't see the ball because he got in front of the running back, had his back turned, and faked the handoff, and you couldn't see the ball, so everyone just thought that the running back had it, but then it's like the quarterback had it by the time he realized that it was too late. So anyway, and then in the 4th quarter, Montana State did make a furious comeback. kept scoring 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, including as Adam Jones had a 83-yard touchdown run, and that really was the turning point. I mean, Montana State, yes, just had a great game running the ball. Over 300 rushing yards, and like, so get over 300 rushing yards, like 360. You had like 7 or 8 yards per carry. I mean, yeah, that's crazy. And then next, about North Alabama and Southeast Missouri, where SEMO won 37-15. So this game was a blowout, unfortunately. Started out, North Alabama was actually up 15-13 to start the to start the second half, and then it was just all SEMO in the second half. They outscored UNA 24-0 in the second half. And then next about the that was the FCS kickoff. And then next you had like the HBCU kickoff game. Yeah, the MEAC versus the SWAC. And it was Florida A&M and Norfolk State. And FAMU won 24-23. And then Daniel Richardson, who I think is Anthony Richardson's brother, is the quarterback for Florida A&M, and he threw for almost 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Yeah, so he had a good game. And then Norfolk State scored a touchdown halfway through the second quarter. The fourth quarter, excuse me. And then you went for 2 for no reason. A chance to tie the game, but instead of kicking the 1 point, like what you should have done, you instead go for 2 and you don't get it. And then for the next 6 minutes, FAMU was able to just run the clock out and take a knee. I mean, even if Norfolk State just went for the 1, or even if they got the 2, FAMU probably still wins, right? I think they would have ended up winning it with a chip shot field goal, because they ended up getting it down to first and goal and just ended up taking a knee. But guess they still could have kicked a field goal and won the game anyway. So, and then now we do have we can talk about SMU. Yes, of course, and Nevada. And then SMU, struggled with Nevada. Weren't they favored by like 4 touchdowns? They ended up um, winning by 5. So, and I mean, yeah, I was never really that high on SMU. I know that they had been tabbed as a dark horse to make the ACC title game, but I was never really a buyer in SMU. I mean, I thought that they'll win 6 or 7 games. I mean, I didn't think they were going to be terrible, but I thought they would be. I figured that they would just be somewhere around 500, because I mean, remember SMU lost to TCU last year in the regular season. TCU was 5-7, and then remember they played a 6-6 Boston College in their bowl game and lost. So that's why they have an easy schedule. But I mean, they're losing to 5 and 6 win Power 5 teams. I mean, so so unfortunately I didn't get around to releasing a record prediction for SMU before this week. But I'm still working on getting the last of my predictions put out. I'm just going to do a slideshow of all the remaining teams and their schedules, like what I've done the past couple of seasons. So, but anyway, yeah. So this game against Nevada really has no effect on my record prediction for SMU. But I really thought that SMU would have no trouble beating Nevada. I thought they were going to blow them out, but I mean, So SMU. So you wanna be a Power 5 team. Yep. So you want to join the ACC. You want to join the big leagues. Well, I mean, you might not be ready for the big leagues if you're gonna struggle with Nevada. It's like you're still a Group of 5 team. It's just like how the new teams in the Big 12 last year really struggled. I mean, UCF was the best of the 4, but I mean, even they only went 6-6. So, but anyway, but this does not bode well for the rest of the season. So, I mean, Nevada is terrible. What did they only win like 2 or 3 games last year? So I mean, or maybe Nevada is gonna end up being good this year. Though I kind of doubt that, but we'll see. But anyway, nevertheless, you did manage to pull this one out of the fire. Guess you were trailing for most of the game, right? Wasn't it like 24-13 at one point? But, y'all didn't quit. You fought back. You got a touchdown and then a 2-point conversion. And then you got a safety. And then with 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter, you did end up throwing a touchdown pass on 3rd and 10. You took a shot for the end zone and connected for the touchdown. You went for 2 and didn't get it, but you were able to hold off Nevada on defense. So, but this was a good try by Nevada. You tried real hard. So, but anyway, yes, so that was it for last night. Oh yeah, and then of course there was also the Hawaii game. Yes, Delaware State at Hawaii. Yes, Hawaii ended up blowing them out. 35-14, but that was only by 21 points. We needed them to win by 4 touchdowns in the Callaway's pick'em. They were like 27.5 favorite, and they only won by 21. So they did not do good in the Rob and Kale pick'em. I got the first 2 right. Yeah, I did hit on Georgia Tech plus 11.5. And also I did end up picking New Mexico plus 4.5, which I won. They only lost by 4. But yeah, I took SMU by like 20.5. And then it was like Hawaii by 27.5. And both of those did not hit. So yeah, I went 2-2. So. But anyway, yes, that's going to be it. So let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.